Mally got picked up early. I was going to pick Lily up early too, but she said she still had to test, which I texted her before I left here to ask her did she have to test. I don't give a fuck. She ended up texting me anyway. I just didn't get the text back. But you know, first of all, which talking to the dean was pretty okay. But people just be trying to be so funny, and I'm so tired of motherfuckers. First of all, have you when my son or any of my kids at any motherfucking school that they go to ask the teacher, can you go to the office to call your mama? First of all, schools love to say how they don't like kids using cell phones because cell phones are a distraction and they don't like them calling excuse me, give me that phone. They don't want kids calling the parents up to the schools for no apparent reason and all this extra type of shit like that. And okay. But a lot of kids have to catch the bus home. They got to walk home from school. For instance, my kids walk home from school. So somebody needs some type of cell phone. I need to text throughout the day too. So if they can't have the phone 24/7 while they at school, then they can probably check it when they go to the bathroom or when they go to lunch or something like that. Because in the day and time that we live in now, kids have phones. You know how many kids even Uber to and from school? You need your phone, or your parents is tracking the Uber or something like that. So kids have phones. iPhones, parents like to track their kids' locations for safety reasons and things like that. But granted, schools don't want kids to be using the phones while they're at school. So if my kid asks you to go to the office to use the phone to call me, it's not for no reason that the teacher should be saying no unless you're in the middle of a test that's timed or something and they need to wait to after the test is the only reason that you should be telling my kid that they can't go to the office at the moment, but they can go when they're done testing or something. Any other reason than that, if my child asks to go to the office to call me, they need to go to the office to call me. You never know if it could be a personal reason or something that they might not even want to discuss with the teacher, the principal, the dean, or anybody, any administrative person. They might only want to talk to their parents. So when a child asks to call home, your job as the teacher, the student, the dean, the principal, the office administrator, or anybody is to let my child call me. Now, last week, my son came home complaining about his substitute teacher or whatever, saying that she was talking to him and somebody else, saying that she see that she gonna have to talk to them like they some grown men on 7 Mile. Which I understand that sometimes kids come to school, they be talking back, they be disrespectful, they don't listen, they don't do their work. That's kids. So as a teacher, I'm pretty sure that gets irritating sometimes. But as a teacher, your job is to know how to control yourself as well as your class. So therefore, you're not disrespecting your students and you're not allowing your students to disrespect you. But to tell anybody in the class, well, the dean, when I said that to the dean, he said, well, I'm going to go have to see, did she say that to just him or did she say that to the class in general? It doesn't matter. This is what grade? Fourth grade, exactly. A fourth grade class. You shouldn't even be talking to the class in general, saying, I see y'all got to talk to y'all like y'all some grown people off 7 Mile. Because again, if I come up to the school as a grown person who once lived on 7 Mile to whoop your schoolcraft working ass right now, it'll be a fucking problem. So therefore, you don't disrespect nobody in the class. The class shouldn't be disrespecting you. And that's what I was just explaining to the dean. Because granted, you want a student to respect the teacher also has to be giving respect to the student. Didn't the girl in the office just say period? Because these teachers sometimes feel as if they can disrespect the student. Now, my son was definitely in the wrong for getting up and walking out of the class, but he said he had already asked if he could go to the office, and she told him no. But then you wonder why he get up and walk out the class for no reason. The office is like the safe place of the school. For no reason should anybody be telling somebody that they cannot go to the office to call their parent or to go and talk to the dean. So no, and I was telling the dean the same thing about Miss Harmony, who was saying that she was going through my son's phone. Then the dean goes and try to defend Miss Harmon and say, well, if I felt any suspicions, I'll go through a student phone too. And you will get your ass cussed the fuck out too, Dean Prince, because you don't go through my son's phone. I don't give a fuck. If you felt like they should have put the phone away and shouldn't have had the phone and you even took it, okay, you took it and you give it back at the end of the day. But to go through pictures, text messages, and things like that, that's personal business, bitch. And you violating my son's motherfucking privacy as well as mine and anybody else's that he was texting by taking it upon yourself to read through their fucking text messages. Now you got a place to be in as a teacher, a principal, a dean, or any fucking body. And you don't disrespect my child by talking to them disrespectful. Neither do you disrespect them by going through their motherfucking phone. Because again, when I come up there, y'all want to, oh, stop at the office. Don't go any further. When I want to ask a bitch, why in the fuck did you feel like it was okay to be going through my son's shit? Again, and why in the fuck do you feel like it's okay to tell a group of kids or an individual child that you should be talking to them like they're a grown person? But if they turn around talking to you like they grown as fuck, then you want to feel like you got disrespect. Now my son got to get suspended for 3 days and shit, which that's perfectly fine. This is the end of the fucking school year. But and then he's talking about, well, if he come back next year, he's going to be in the honor class because he's very smart. I'm looking at his test scores right now. But you have to push the kids because if you don't push them now, then they'll get into high school and don't apply themselves. How in the fuck? First of all, stay in your motherfucking place because y'all be watching my videos, like I said, and you don't know what my kids are doing in high school and if they're applying themselves or not, unless you calling them fucking school to ask with your weird ass. But that's what the fuck y'all do because y'all can't stay the fuck up on my motherfucking business and shit. So I wouldn't put it past you if you was all up in my high schoolers motherfucking business. Or mine at that. But you better stay in your fucking place and do your job as a dean or a teacher and don't disrespect my motherfucking kids for it be a problem. Again, so he's suspended for 3 days. When he come back to school, I already asked in advance to finish out the last week if he don't go to Miss Claiborne's class. Maybe you can put him in Miss Harmon's class, the one who wanted to be up in his personal files and shit so bad any fucking way. But whoever class he go to, he better not come home crying or you feeling disrespected. And don't worry about why I was going to take the rest of my kids out of school early. It don't matter if they did shit or not, which Lily ended up staying because she has tests. But if she didn't, she was going to leave early too. Because y'all like to do shit in a domino effect. Oh, we couldn't bother her with that one. Let's trigger the next. Fuck you, motherfucker. I probably caught my baby right in enough time any motherfucking way because he said he was about to get ready to go to lunch. The nerve. Don't tell my child that he can't get up and go to the office and call me. Especially since y'all don't want him having a phone. Especially since a teacher already crossed the line and was going through his phone. The nerve. If you don't want them to have a phone, you damn sure better not deny them to go to the office and call a parent. And I already did a video about how one of my mama friends' kids died like that from a teacher thinking you it ain't that serious. You don't need to go call your mama. You don't need to go call your mama till he fainted in that bitch and died. So when my child asks to use the phone, bitch, you better give her a motherfucking pass. Now y'all have a great day at Flagship.